I am 26 years old, and I'm a mom of 3. I've got Ian, who's 6.5, and Sophie, who just turned 5. And then I have a newborn Claire, who's 2.5 months old. So I grew up in the child welfare system, and that experience really made me want to give back to that community specifically. I have a half-brother, and we were living with our birth mom, and she was struggling with addiction and lots of mental health challenges, and her own physical health as well. And because of those challenges, she self-medicated, and unfortunately that led to her neglecting us, and we were taken away. The idea was that they would find a permanent foster home for me, but in foster care, nothing's permanent. They found a foster home for me that weekend. They signed a paper saying they'd treat me like their own child. I signed a paper saying that I would treat them like my parents and integrate myself into their family. And we tried for about a year and a half, and it just didn't work. My foster parents were constantly treating me different from their adoptive children, down to what they called us. So they would refer to my foster siblings as their kids and then refer to me as the foster child. It just made me very bitter, but it also made me question, like, you know, do I deserve this? You know, I'm getting treated this way. There's a reason why I'm getting treated this way, so maybe I deserve it. When I was bouncing from foster home to foster home after that permanent foster placement, my foster mom, Angelique, was actually looking at retiring as a foster parent, but because I was temporary, she said yes. I ended up living with Angelique permanently from my junior year or sophomore year of high school until I graduated. My mom, Angelique, is a very just unique person in general. She treated us like we were her family, because we were. I mean, there was never any question of that. You know, it was very much family oriented. And I know she attributed a lot of that to her own mother, who was also very involved in our lives. It was as much of a normal life as any foster kid could hope for and have. I had with my mom. I mean, I think my story is a great example. I had a lot of support and I still struggled. I mean, you think about what the average foster kid has to experience when they age out. I mean, the second you turn 18, it's bye-bye. You know, I received the support of my foster mom to learn about budgeting, to learn about cooking and taking care of my household. But a lot of foster parents don't actually involve the youth in those experiences, so they're literally walking into the world blind. The youth in foster care are your youth. They are the state's children. They are children who have been wronged. They are children who are innocent but caught in the crossfire. They are children who have no one else. If you're not going to support them, who is? We need quality foster parents, not quantity. You know, I know that there's a shortage of foster parents. There always has been. There probably always will be. But we need good ones. We need the ones that are willing to stand up for the foster child and say, hey, this kid deserves this, or hey, this kid really needs this. We need foster parents like that. We need people like that. Even if you can't be a foster parent, you can still support foster youth. If we had that support, I think that the system in Oregon and children in Oregon and foster parents in Oregon would be in a better place.